the absolute freedom. This video today is going to be on the subject of freedom. There's a phrase that God keeps putting in my mind, and it's this phrase that says that salvation is free, but freedom isn't. And it's this concept that Jesus offers us this free gift of salvation. But freedom from addictions and freedom from our sinful nature doesn't come to us for free. It cost us everything. It cost us our whole life. To put it one way, me and my friend Matt were talking, and this is a good analogy that we kind of discussed. If every day you ate ground beef from Taco Bell, and to the point that you needed to have it every day, whether it was in a taco, whether it was just in a bowl and you're just eating it, whatever it was, but you grew to really enjoy the ground beef from Taco Bell. And every day you ate it. Not having that ground beef wouldn't prevent you from longing for it. You could go 2 months without having it, but as soon as you smell that ground beef again, you're going to want it again. So how do you stop wanting the ground beef? Simple. You get introduced to a kind of meat that tastes better. Like filet mignon, for example. If you were introduced to filet mignon and you bit into it, you would immediately realize how much better and how much tastier, how much you would enjoy filet mignon more than the ground beef from Taco Bell. And then, when the two were put in front of you at the same time, which one do you think you would choose? The ground beef from Taco Bell or the filet mignon? You would be crazy to choose the ground beef over filet mignon, because you realize how much better meat can taste. And then when you're driving down the road and you smell the ground beef from Taco Bell, you don't long to have that anymore, because you know that waiting for you at the house is filet mignon. It's the same concept with God. You see, trying to break free from addictions and trying to stop sinning, as it were, doesn't come from just neglecting it or pushing it to the side. It comes from discovering who Jesus is. It comes from discovering a relationship with Jesus. See, Christianity isn't a religion based on rules and regulations to get you to freedom. The Bible is just a love letter introducing us to a Savior, introducing us to a God that will deliver us from our addictions. See, you could become a Christian and say, I'm going to give up pornography, or I'm going to give up alcohol, or I'm going to give up drugs, or I'm going to give up anger, or I'm going to give up lust, or whatever. And you could separate yourself from those things, which is good. It's good to separate yourself from the alcohol, or from the bars, or from the drugs, or from the pornography. But if you don't fill that void with something, then as soon as you see it again, or as soon as you smell it again, you're going to run right back to it, because you haven't really been delivered. You've just been neglecting it. It's still there, and you still long for it. So how do we break the longing for something that we know we're not supposed to have? You get introduced to Jesus and discover how much more He fulfills our needs and our desires than that other stuff. That's why salvation is free, but freedom isn't. Because freedom doesn't just come with a prayer. Freedom comes with us waking up every morning and saying, Jesus, you're worth it. I love you. And diving into our Bibles and praying, not diving into our Bibles and praying because we want to be free, as if reading verses or praying for a certain amount of time will deliver us from our addictions, but longing to read our Bible and longing to pray to get to know Jesus. Because it's out of our getting to know Jesus, it's out of our love for Jesus that we will be delivered from our addictions. Our addictions will begin to break as we discover who Jesus is. And every day we fall deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into love with Jesus. See, salvation is free, but freedom isn't. Freedom will cost you your life, but it's worth it.